No. Starting to annoy me, this is. Oh. It's this deer that's dead. Okay. The lifeless body of Jagar's beloved goat, Tuji. Oh, I remember this quest now. The goat's eyes are glazed over and its muzzle covered with salt. Oh dear. Tuji, you were the best of us. You didn't deserve this. Let's go get those Khazra bones. They're a lot easier to recognize. They're live goats trying to kill me, so I won't spend so long fumbling around trying to find them.
Your brother, my uncle, our friends, eaten alive on the road to what? This place?
Enough, I beg you. Enough. Just leave me be.
Oh wow, it seems like the trip here is not a nice one. And there's nothing there. Yeah, I think my wish list for the game is just for like every different druid spec to be equally viable. And it sounds like a lot, but maybe not exactly equally. I mean, they can be, one of them could be a little bit better, that's fine. But just not to the extent that it is right now, where not being a bear is practically useless. Like, what have you done? How could you sign off on the game being ready for launch at £70, you know, with the balance like this? How did we get here? I also hear that a lot of the people who were big on hardcore mode, you know, had like a massive Twitch following of millions of people watching them every day or whatever. I hear like a lot of them, they've died from disconnects or lag on their hardcore character that they got all the way up to level 100. And they've just said, well, that enough is enough. Apparently there was one guy who was on a loading screen after clearing a dungeon who was teleporting back to town and crashed, and the game takes away your invulnerability while you're on the loading screen, and the thunderstorm thing that chases you in Nightmare Dungeons killed him with a thunderstorm in an empty dungeon while he was teleporting away. So that's what I hear happened, and that person is just, they're done, you know. They've been playing until now, and then they were killed in an empty dungeon. Like, how do you die in an empty dungeon because you've been disconnected? That's so stupid. Like, all the things should turn off while the dungeon's clear. So I hear there's more than just, you know, oh well, some of the other specs aren't fun, people like me. There's more than that at play, with people being a little bit disappointed by the state of the game. Yeah, I mean, if we have to wait until Season 1, I guess in some ways that's understandable, because then you have the whole balance patch together. But I think it's a little bit better to do your balance patches a little bit more as they come along. Because then if you break anything along the way, you've got another chance to look at it, whereas if you just do it in one big sweeping patch, you know, it's possible to break something back the other way too far, and then just end up in the same situation again, where you've broken one in relevance to all the others. So I prefer my little micro patches rather than a big one. But yeah, if we have to wait 2 months, that's a bit long, but I didn't really look at the times, you know. I'm more of a login and play kind of guy rather than look at the news and the upcoming stuff and everything else. Because I always find with upcoming stuff, if you read all the information on that kind of stuff, the only thing that happens is that they change it by the time it comes out. I remember World of Warcraft had a thing called like, I don't know, it was called like your Titan talent tree or something or other for Wrath of the Lich King, and that's what all of the news posts were about, and then they scrapped it before it came out. So that was hilarious. The one thing that I'd read up the most on, that they'd bragged about the most being the new important system, and they left it out entirely. They didn't only just change it, they removed it.
Hope this helps.
Path of Titans.
I would buy you an ale if we had anything decent around here. Your payment as promised.
Forge awaits your return.
Why not?
So yeah, I'm kind of a bit more of a play the finished product or play the finalized patch kind of guy, rather than, you know, spend months reading about something, planning for something that doesn't end up the same by the time you get it in your hands. You hope Season 1 doesn't come out? When Path of Exile does. Ah, yeah, actually. Yeah, I can see that.